Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polkadex. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. And also, I want to mention the two donation links down below. If you want to support Ukraine, feel free to donate to the Ukrainian refugees. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for understanding. I will keep supporting my country until the war is over. So please, if you don't like this part of the video, you can just skip over and start watching the TA. But with that being said, let's get straight into the charts. So jumping into the daily chart, this is TradingView. The chart is pulled from KuCoin. The yellow arrows on the left point to the swing low and the swing high of the Fibonacci retracement. If you don't know how to use the Fibonacci retracement, I will add a link to the top right hand of the corner once again, to the top right hand side of the corner, and watch the video on Fibonacci retracements and then come back to this video because this is one of the most important tools that I use in my charting, the Fibonacci retracement. So this basically gives us support and resistance levels. And as you can see, our technical target was here at the 1.618. And this was our target at $1.88 ever since we lost this level here. So when we lost this level over here, okay, this was our technical target. And we did get to that target pretty quickly, I should say. We did drop slightly below. A bit more, and we could have actually reached the second fib level. But instead, we had a very nice recovery, and we were actually in a channel up, in a channel down pattern, I should say. I was about to say channel up pattern, but this is definitely a channel down pattern. And as you can see, we have been retesting this resistance over here, and each time we retested it, we came back down to the support. You can see you have multiple bounces off the support. You didn't really get to the support over here, but regardless, this is a channel that we were in, and we were adhering to this channel. And I did tell you, if you see a break of this resistance over here, you're going to see quite an impulsive move to the upside, because basically what this line is a diagonal resistance. And the long-term viewers of the channel will know that if you break a diagonal resistance trend line, you typically see a very strong move to the upside. So this is something that we did see over here. And if you want to measure the move from this swing low, you can see that we made a nice 89% trade. And I did tell you guys that you can potentially run into the white trend line here, either one of these white trend lines. But if you set up a Fibonacci retracement, you can see that we got to our technical target perfectly at $2.16. So as you can see, this was our swing high, and this was our swing low. Now on the other chart that we're going to be in just a second, we did switch the Fib retracement a bit differently. So what we did is we basically, instead of this high, we went a little bit higher, and we went for this swing high. Okay, but regardless, you can see the 1.618 was pretty much met the exact same way. But yeah, so here the 1.618 was at $2.35, and we reached only to $2.34. But right now we're seeing a retracement to the downside. The white resistance and support trend lines that we had from the falling wedge here, because believe it or not, the lines do extend, right? So you fall down out of the pattern, but the lines extend, and they're still valid levels. And that is proven over here because, as you can see, you went down to the white trend line here. You had a move to the upside. You went back, and now you're consolidating below the white trend line, and you're hitting it as resistance, as you can see. If I just zoom in a little bit more, you can see this more accurately. You run into the white trend line, and now you're running into the white trend line again. And at this point, I do expect a move to the downside. So $1.58 is something that I would consider a very, very good buy level. Now, the perfect scenario would be a retest of the channel here. So let's say we start breaking down here, and you're looking for an entry point. You want to long or you want to buy for the long term, you want to, whatever you want to do. But this would be a great entry point. So maybe towards the end of August, we could drop down and retest the channel here. So if we just bounce from the channel's support, which was the previous resistance, and continue on, that is a major bullish signal, okay? Because that would mean that we're retesting this previous resistance that has many touches before. As you can see, we're retesting this as support and we're moving forward. That is a perfect, break and back test of support. So you're going to have multiple support levels here. So $1.59, $1.52, and you're going to have a support here at $1.44.5. So these are multiple support levels that you want to keep an eye on. If you want to set up some buy limit orders, no one's going to stop you. That's a very good way of, securing your trades, because if you go to sleep, you're not going to be able to see what the markets are doing. And if you have your buy limit orders up and ready to go, then the orders will be executed if the price reaches there, or if it wicks, just for a second. Also, we're getting a bearish cross here. As you can see that the 20 EMA is about to cross the 55 EMA. So the yellow line is about to cross the 55 EMA. And once this happens, this is your downtrend confirmation on the daily. We did get the bullish cross here. We got pretty overextended from the 20 EMA. So this was a very good point to take some profits. I did talk about this multiple times in the chats, and we do updates on Patreon as well for Polkadex. So if you want more frequent updates or you want to request your altcoin, then feel free to join the Patreon. Now let's move into the daily RSI. So you can see that we are potentially looking at this blue support zone here. So this is a blue ascending support zone. And as you can see, every time we come back to the zone, we see a move to the upside, except this one little fake out that we had here. We, went below the channel. But other than that, we have been adhering to the support of this channel, right? So each time you come back down here, you see a move to the upside. So if we see another capitulation in the markets, the markets are rallying because of the Jackson Hole meeting, but things could go bad at any point. We could get a black swan event out of nowhere. So just look out for this zone. If you see us come back down here on the daily chart, sometime in September, this is a good buy zone. Just know that, okay? I'm not a financial advice, but just look historically at what this level has done to the price action and just, think for yourself. But I do want to switch over to the KuCoin website. Okay, switching to the daily on KuCoin, I do want to take a look at the stochastic. As you can see, we are in the oversold. We're below the index of 20. Great buying opportunity. The last time we were here was at the end of July. And as you can see, since then, we've had a nice move to the overbought zone and then a move to the downside. So potentially we're looking at a similar scenario. Maybe we'll see something even more bullish towards November, just like we saw last year, but I don't expect a bullish move or as bullish of a move as we saw last November, but who knows? Be ready for both outcomes. The MACD did print a bearish cross on August 18th, so that was kind of your signal that was telling you, hey, we're potentially going to see a move to the downside, and at that point, we were sitting at $2. So you could have seen you saw a nice little pullback here of 20% to the downside if you were trading based on the MACD and based on the stochastic. And moving over to the volume here, you can see that the volume has been rising for the last month, which is good. It's always good to see volume on projects that I'm bullish on, of course, and Polkadex is one of those low cap projects, and potentially we're going to get a Kraken listing soon, because I do think the team teased that on Twitter with a little octopus emoji. So hopefully we're going to get a Kraken listing. That would pump the price, in my opinion. We could go somewhere to $3 even. So be ready. If you want to swing trade, be on the lookout. Maybe set up some sell alerts. If you want to take a look at some strong resistance levels, then just look at previous local highs here. So you do have a resistance level over here. This is our major resistance level at $4.58. That is a strong level. Then you do have another strong level over here. This is just in case we pump. No one knows how much we're gonna pump, but I don't think we're getting anywhere to $6. Also, potentially we could reach this zone over here. Okay, this is where we could reach in terms of the pump that we're going to see potentially. So $3, somewhere in the $3 range, maybe $2.99 would be a great zone. Don't have round numbers in your orders as well. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And I do think we could even make this into a little zone here, because this would work a little bit better. So you can see you have the resistance here and you have the support here, and you even wicked off of this area in here as well. Okay, so you can see how important this area is for us to break. But I don't want to take any more of your time. The video has gone on for too long already. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon to check out my trade alerts, my low cap gems, and feel free to leave your suggestions in there as well. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.